Can you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is in my screen? What is on my screen?
Cost specification.
Okay. Welcome to you. This is a new subject called Integrative Programming and Technologies. And now we will discuss about course specifications. The course title is Integrative Programming Technologies. Course code is MIT 31073. And it's in your third year, semester 1 now. Hello?
Yes, sir.
The subject is scheduled in your third year, semester 1. And the subject will be covered for 30 hours, 30 lecture hours. And I'm the in charge for this subject. And with me, Hasmi sir also will share some portion of this hours. With that, let me explain the overall aim of this module. Today, the business enterprises are implementing different type of technologies, applications, and architectures that need to be connected and integrated across various platforms. This course module aims to offer a comprehensive understanding of distributed systems, middlewares, architectures, web services, networking models, and integrative programming technologies. Basically, this course module includes concept and terminologies in networking, integrative programming and technologies, architectures for integrating systems, architectures for integrating systems, distributed system examples, we will discuss about what is client, what is server, and what is client-server model, web services, service-oriented architecture, middleware systems, type of middlewares, network programming, and message queuing services, different network model architectures for data communications, message queuing services, message queuing components and metadata, integrated technologies and applications, document type definitions, XML schema, querying and transforming XML data. So these are the area we are going to discuss in this subject. Okay. So ILOs, the intended learning outcome of this module. On completion of this course, the students will be able to understand concept in integrated programming and large-scale systems. And they will understand architectures for integrating systems and distributed systems, client, server, web services, and service-oriented architecture. And they will understand the middleware systems, will be able to understand message queuing services and communication models. MIT 083, please mute. So message queuing services and communication model we will discuss, and the students will be able to understand, construct, and understand an XML document and parse an XML document. And they will be able to understand querying XML with XPath and XQuery. And sorry, understand document type definition, XML schema, querying and transforming XML data. Okay, these are the learning outcome of this module. The course content, we are going to cover up number of sessions for this module. So the session topics are concept and terminologies in integrative programming technologies. I will cover it for 2 hours. And after that, we will discuss about large scale system. What are large scale system? And architectures for integrating systems and a distributed system. And what are the different type of examples for these distributed systems. And we will discuss about client, server, web services, service-oriented architecture. And we will discuss about the web service model. We will discuss about web services and service-oriented architecture, middleware systems and types of middlewares. After that, we will discuss about message queuing services and architecture. And we will discuss about synchronous communication and asynchronous communication model. And we will focus message queuing components and metadata, XML, SOAP, WSDL, UDDI, and XSLT. And we will discuss about XML schema, querying and transforming XML data, querying XML with XPath and XQuery, document type definitions, XML schema, querying and transforming XML data. So altogether, we will spend 30 lecture hours for this module. Basically, we are going to conduct this session with a number of lecture sessions and a classroom discussion for the theory and concept. Course teaching and session delivery mode. As I mentioned earlier, this course will be offered by the following modes such as lecture sessions, classroom discussion, tutorials, and computer lab practical when you back to university. Outcome assessment strategies. Basically, you will have a continuous assessment and the final written exam. So this is the tentative plan of assessment scheme and allocation of marks. Since it is a 2-credit subject, you will be given 60% for your written exam and 40% for your continuous assessment. So final written exam will carry 60% of your total marks. With that, the continuous assessment include different type of assessment like individual assignment and midterm test. And we will have 2 individual assignment and midterm test. So probably 10% marks is allocated for the first assignment. The second assignment also will carry 10% of the marks. And out of 100, 20% of the marks will be allocated for your midterm test. Total 100% marks is allocated for your for this subject. Okay, this is the course specifications. So in which you can understand the subject, this module related the basic informations and overall aim of this course and the learning outcomes and some of the course content from this subject. Okay, so you have learned various IT-related subject in your undergraduate. In different semesters, we have learned the various IT-related subject. And can you please tell me what's all about this subject is going to teach you, or what are the area you are going to learn? So how this subject is relevant or similar or linked with other previously learned subject? Any idea? You have learned various subject like a programming subject, like fundamentals of programming, and you have learned visual programming and Java components, Java programming, and you have learned many database related subject and database schema and database related subject, web development related subject, and some of the networking related subject and various IT related subject we have learned throughout your undergraduate up to this level. I mean, third year, first semester. Up to now, we have learned the various IT related subject in your degree program. So now, can you please tell me, when you look at this course specification, how this subject is relevant or linked or connected with the previous subject? Any linkage or any similarities, or how this module is connected with your previous subject? Any idea? Any idea? Your junior students are far more better than you people because they are more talkative, and if I ask any questions, they are giving answers, and they are interactive. Uh, they are very much interactive for these online sessions. They are talking a lot. They are asking a doubt. So they are really active. Since you are a senior people, you people are not able to even reply for my questions. Am I audible? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you understand my question? Did you understand my question? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So is it connected with the web development course?
Sorry?
Networking also connected, right, sir?
Yeah. So is this subject is going to cover the theoretical aspect or any programming aspect or any other technical aspect? So what sort of area is this subject is going to cover? Cover.
Computer network architecture, sir.
Okay, great.
So it covers chapters under programming and network.
Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, I'm not sure, but I think this is something building up a project. What are the things we required and the techniques, how we have to use that? Is that like that something?
Okay. Okay. Any other idea? Great. Okay. In this subject, we are going to learn some of the concept, some of the architectures, some of the network related aspect, and various architectural models. And we will learn the XML and XML related schemas to handle the data. Basically, So why I asked the question is, you people learn various subject for programming, for networking, for database, for web development. So in the programming subject, the programming language you learned. So what are the language you learned? You learned Java, you learned uh, C# or visual programming, and databases you learned MySQL. What else you learned for the database? MySQL, SQL. Hello, did you study SQL?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
MySQL,
Yes, sir.
MySQL.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. And various type of databases, database platform you learned. And in the web development, you learned some web development languages like HTML and JavaScript. Did you learn JavaScript?
Yes, sir.
And ASP.NET? Probably. Did you learn ASP.NET? No, sir.
Yes, sir.
JSP? JSP?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
And some of the style sheet and some other web development related languages you learned. And in your network programming, networking related subject, you learned different type of network topologies and connectivity media, network cables, technologies in the networking and IP address and what do you call this, IP configuration, server administration. Did you learn those areas?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
great. And in your Java programming, you have a idea. So what are the area we learned in Java programming? You discuss, what are the areas we discussed in Java programming? So we discussed data types, and we discussed applet and servlet, GUI, graphical user interface components. For that graphical user interface component, we developed various applications by using window builder, and we discussed some of the JDBC application by integrating MySQL files with we integrated the Java application with the MySQL database, and some of the JSP.NET and servlet we learned JSP file and servlet. Did we discuss these areas?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Great. So from those this subject is connected, and it has some other aspect also. The subject has some other focus or some other aspect also. Like, so now you know some sort of we have some sort of skills to develop some application, like by using C# or by using visual programming or Java programming. Now you can develop some of the applications. Can you?
yes, sir.
Can you?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
you can develop some sort of applications. And you know some of the networking technologies, like what is network and what is the connectivity media, and some of the aspect in the networking. And you know the website and web pages, website, how to display the content in the web page, how to host the website, and the URL, how www, World Wide Web, is supporting where to host. So how to retrieve the web pages, how to retrieve the resources, you know. Can you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But in this subject, we are going to focus some of the architectures, some of the interfaces, some of the networking aspect, and what do you call this, retrieving or accessing XML, working with XML files. Basically, in the website, or when you look at this website, just placing some commands or some just typing some keywords or something, you are getting the results. You are getting the results, but actually you don't know what is the behind process or what is being done in the backside. So what is happening? How you are retrieving the data or information? How for your entered what do you call this entered keywords? How you are getting the response from the website, and how this data or information are transferred or communicated, how the content, web contents are displayed in the web page, and how enterprise level applications are running. So when we take this large scale system, how enterprises are connected, how enterprise systems are working. So in the when we come to this enterprise systems, there are various architectures and various models like distributed systems, and inside that distributed system, various models are there. How distributed systems are supporting, how distributed systems are connected, how distributed systems are linked or integrated, and what are the middlewares, how middlewares are supporting, what is their architecture, how this architecture is connecting or integrating all the distributed components, and network. So different networking models, the communication models, asynchronous, synchronous, how data packets are transferred, and what is the transmission process, and the networking. Sorry, in the web resources like the data, information, and the web resources, what is metadata, how the contents are organized to display in the web pages. So how data, how this what you call this web resources are converted. What is XML? How XMLs are supporting to translate the web content into actual display or results. All these aspects we are going to learn in this subject. Okay, now you can understand the brief idea about this module. Have you got the idea?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So with that note, now can you able to see my screen, my PowerPoint? Let me share the PowerPoint.
No, sir.
Now can you able to see?
Yes, sir.
Great. So our first chapter is concept and terminologies, integrative programming technologies. Basically, here in this chapter, we are going to learn most of the networking technologies and integrative programming related technologies, or integrative programming related aspect. And in this today's session, our focus will be on some recommended reading and some of the networking technologies. First, in this chapter, we will discuss the networking and integrative programming related aspect. In the second chapter, we will discuss about large scale system and distributed system. The third chapter, we will discuss about network programming and network architecture. And the fourth one, we will discuss about middlewares, web services, and web service components. The fifth one, we will discuss about dealing with XML data, XML queries, XML parse, XML XPath, XQueries, and dealing with XML related data. Okay. First, let me introduce the recommended reading for this module. So these are the two recommended reading, and with that, the next lecture, I will give you some additional recommended reading also. You can look at this first book, Basic Integrated Programming Technologies, Data Integration Technology or Architecture. This is the first recommended reading. The second one is an Introduction to XML and Web Technologies. You can get this book also. You can search. If you can able to find this soft copy, you can take. Otherwise, I will provide the soft copy. Okay. With that, let me move into first slide. Now we will discuss about some of the basic aspect in the network terminologies. And since you all are familiar with the networking subject, now I'm going to discuss some of the basic terminologies or some of the basic aspect in the networking. So, network, what is node, what is packet, how data transfer is take place, what is the protocol, and various aspects. Now tell me, what is network? First, we have to understand the basic idea for the network and networking related technologies. Then only you can move to other large scale system and distributed system, network programming, and various communication model in the network. So first we will discuss what is what are the some basic aspect in the networking. So now tell me, what is network?
Interconnection between machines, sir.
So interconnection between machine, is it only limited for the machines?
No, sir. Other related devices also.
Other related what?
Storage and network devices.
Storage and network devices. Is it only limited for machines and storage and other
Sir.
devices, or some other?
Interconnected with related elements, sir. Road
They connect
network,
with-
friendship networks.
Okay. Okay. Any other? Any other? Any other? Any other? Any other idea? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Any definition for network?
Connection between two or more devices. As
Connection.
in,
Okay,
yeah.
connection between two or more devices. Okay, great. Okay, we can define network as a collection of connected devices or connected equipment or connected computers and various connected devices. And the ultimate purpose of this network is to share the data and information and communication purpose. And there are various technologies and protocols and connectivity media are supporting for this network to form this network. And you see, a network is a collection of computers and other devices that can send data to and receive data from each other. So basically, to send and to receive data for the sharing of a data, it's a collection of computers and other related devices and equipments. A network is often connected by wire and wireless. So, there are various connectivity media for this network, like wired media and wireless media and satellite media. And when we take this wired media, So like cables, there are various type of cables are there, twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, and fiber optic cable, and various network cables are there. And the wireless, when we take this wireless, different mode of different type of wireless networks are there. And there are other type of network also, like satellite connectivity also there. And now you can understand network is actually a set of collection of computers and other connected devices, and the ultimate purpose is to share data and information between and among them. Okay, now tell me what is not. So now you know the network is a collection of devices and computers and other related equipment or related aspect in the network, resources in the network. And now tell me what is not.
Each device is called node in the network.
Each device, whole node mean what?
Each device in the network, that is called node.
Okay, each device in the network is called node. Okay, great. Any other idea?
A single machine of a network called node.
Okay, a single machine in a network is called node. Okay, great. Any other idea?
Each device that is connected to network is called a node.
Each device that is connected
To network is called node.
that is connected with network is called node. Okay, great. Any other idea? Any other idea? Yeah.
Assessment marks 50 are in my degree.
Okay.
Exam paper marks 50.
Oh,
Already none but the 60-40.
okay.
Node is a network that attached to the computer.
Okay, great.
Each node is capable of receiving and sending information or data.
Okay. Any other? Okay, great. So as you all mentioned or forwarded this definition or this description is correct. Basically, you know, this in network, basically it's a collection of computers and devices is called network. Node mean any device or any computer or any resource in the network is called node. It can be a device, or it can be a computer, or it can be a server, or it can be a middleware, or it can be any resource. It's called node. It's called node. Each machine on a network is called a node, and most nodes are computers, but printers, routers, bridges, gateways, etc. also can also become as a node, can also be a node. Nodes that are fully functional computers are also called host. Nodes that are fully functional computers are also called host. And if a machine, if it is fully functional and fully active and providing its services to other connected devices, will become as a host. We can call it as host. So in a network, any connected device or computer or any other networking equipment or networking device is called node. Got the idea? Hello?
Sir.
Okay. Now you know what is network and what is a cost node and a host. Now tell me data packet. Data packet. What is data packet? Any idea?
Data that is shared as packets in between nodes via network.
Okay. Data shared between devices in a network is called data packet.
When we share the data, we divide it into small segments there. So we call it packets.
Exactly. Okay. Great. Any other idea? Any other idea? Hello?
Data is formed into small segments by data layer, by networking layer in the iOS model,
Okay.
and made it easy to send via network.
Great. So in a networking architecture, ISO model, so the data packets, so the network layer is responsible to divide the entire message into single piece of data packet, and it is sending. Is that so? Great. Any other idea? Hello? 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 Any other idea? Okay, great. So, you know this, the data transmission process. If you want to send the data from one device to another device, assume that one computer to another computer. So the first computer is called the sender. The second computer is called receiver. We may say origin and the destination. The first computer is sending the data. So originating, and the receiving device, we call it destinations. So in between this sender to receiver, the data is transmitted. For this data transmission, the data cannot be transferred as a whole. So what this network is, the protocol is doing is, the entire data or the message is divided or split into various data packets. So in a sequential order, the data is transmitted from sender to receiver, or the origin to destinations. So this is called the data packet. So this data packet carry some sort of information like the data packet, the details and the message and the protocol related information. So then at the destination place, the data packets are ordered or organized in a proper way, and the machine is transmitting or translating the actual message. So the data packets mean the actual message is divided into various data packets, and in the destination point, these data packets are organized in a systematic manner and actual messages are translated. All modern computer networks are packet switched network. Data traveling on the network is broken into chunks called packets, and each packet is handled separately. Each packet contains information about who sent it. It means the center or the origin, and where it's going, the destination related informations. So the data packet will carry information like who's sending this data packet, and what is the protocol, and what is the actual message, and all this kind of information it will carry. And once it reaches the destination computer, the destination computer is organizing, arranging to get the actual message or informations. Good the idea? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is how the network communication, the data transmission or data communication is take place in the actual network. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we will discuss about protocol. So what is protocol?
It's a set of rules.
Set of rules, okay. Set of rules, okay.
Sir, some rules that applied into data while it was transferring to one device to another.
Can you please repeat it? What?
Some rules that apply to a data that transferring while it one to another node or communication devices.
Okay, great, great.
It is set of rules for processing data.
It is
Set of rules for processing data.
okay, great. Any other idea? Any other idea? Protocol. Hello? Any idea?
So common network communication standard used to exchanging data over computer network.
Okay, great. Kind of standard for the data communication. Okay, great. Any other idea? Well, so as far as networking concerned, the protocol mean, so as you mentioned, protocol mean set of rules and regulations. So standard rules and regulation or standard, which can helps for the data communications or what do you call this? Any data network data transmission or network communications or any other network related function or activity. So basically in the protocol, if any network function, so any actions to be take place, it is clearly mentioned. I mean, this protocol, it should be done in this proper way. So everything is clearly mentioned. So for each and every network related action or activity, there is a separate protocol is there, and the protocol itself, it is clearly mentioned. The protocol is a precise set of rules defining how computers communicate, the format of address, how data is split into packets. So for all these kind of network related actions, separate protocol is given. Okay, good idea. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So with that, I'm going to conclude